Who is going to be my Game Week 9 captain this week? Haaland, Son, Salah, even Pedro Neto? Let's jump right in and see what I'm going to do with my Game Week 9 squad. Let's just jump straight into the goalkeeper and defence. Matty Turner in net, of course, with that amazing Luton at home fixture. Forest don't really look bad at all. I actually watched their Crystal Palace game the other weekend. Very boring, to be honest, but you know, they don't look too bad defensively now. I think they've kind of settled down as a collective group, and you know, they've got some really quality players there, and I think they can really start to kick on if they just keep going at this pace. You know, they're not doing too bad, they're not doing excellent, but they're just trotting on, and I actually don't mind that. And of course, Matty Turner, being cheap as he is, has to be in the squad. Areola doesn't get the shout because of Aston Villa away. Aston Villa are on fire, and I think they will go ahead and beat West Ham, despite West Ham being a very, very difficult to beat them this season. Moving on to the starting lineup though, of course, on the bench, Lamptey and Kabore. They're not going to get many starts this season unless absolutely necessary in my squad. But the three main guys, Cash, Udogie, Trippier, all very attacking, and I absolutely love that in FPL. The opportunity to get assists, possibly even a few goals. I know Cash has scored in recent game weeks. Udogie, Trippier providing good clean sheets and good assists, especially Trippier. I remember that game week when he got 3 assists in one game. It was absolutely fantastic. Of course, against a very poor Sheffield United side, but wow, that is the potential of my back three, and they will remain like that for a good few game weeks going forward. Now, the midfield of this game week: Neto, Maddison, Son, Salah and Diaby. In my opinion, I've got a lot of captaincy picks this game week, and that's what I'm going to kind of focus on for this video, because I know a lot of people will be in the same boat. A lot of people have picked up Salah, a lot of people have Son, and Maddison as well is very highly owned, of course. Haaland being the highest owned player of the game, who is of course in my team. Spoiler alert, I know you can't see my 2 strikers at the moment, but the main theme of this video is captaincy picks, and I think I've got about 3 or 4 captaincy picks alone in the midfield, and I just don't know what to go with so far. At the moment, the captaincy armband is on Heung-min Son, because Fulham just don't have good expected goals conceded this season. They look a really poor side. But then you look, Neto has Bournemouth away. Bournemouth are in the same boat as Fulham. They have horrible expected goals conceded. Everton are on a little bit of a good run, I would say, at the moment. So maybe that deters me from Salah, but it's Mohamed Salah. Why wouldn't I pick Mohamed Salah in a derby? You know, it could be an excellent game week, possibly even a triple captain game week, but it's very, very hard to call this game week for captaincy. I'm in a good position where I think if you see it up here, I'm on a 98% team rating from Fantasy Football Hub using their AI tool. You know, my team's looking really good, and it's such a good place. But I'm just stuck on captaincy, and it's the only thing that's annoying me at the moment. It's just everything in the team's fine. I don't even make a transfer. It's looking good, but then that one little niggle that I just can't get my head around. But at the moment, Son is my captain. I think it possibly could just stay that way. You know, I enjoy captaining Salah because, you know, we know what he can do, but we know what Son can do. And especially in that number 9 role, is he going to score quite a few goals? He struggled against Luton, but Basuma got a red card, you know. Then you think, oh, Basuma's not in the squad possibly now. Is that going to affect Spurs? Of course it is, but yeah, it's just, there's so many questions to ask. Hopefully some press conference gives us some news about Son, because just to add a little bit of information in there, Son has got a slight injury, and it's been that way for a while now, a few weeks. He tends to miss out on training here and there. It seems to just be a little tiny issue, but playing in the national side a few days ago did really well, to be honest. You know, I think he scored an assist, I heard someone say. But yeah, he hobbled off the pitch at half-time, came back on, played the full match, and then said something about it's difficult playing 90 minutes, so that's starting to be a worry. But number 9 Son, do I really want to miss out on that? I don't think so. Of course, we all know he's there. Haaland remains in the squad. Despite people transferring him out, I just don't see why I would transfer him out at the moment. Brighton at home. Of course, Haaland plays excellent at home. Brighton, now, they just don't seem as strong at the moment. Of course, Estupinian is out for injury. Lamptey, as you can see on my bench, is there, but he is last on my bench because he is injured, I believe. I'm not quite sure what it is that his injury is. I think it's a slight knock, but yeah, Brighton, Man United, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs in the next 6 games for Haaland. Of course, it's a difficult fixture run, but when you look at really what's going on with the teams at the moment, Brighton, Man United next, you would not say no to Captain Haaland against those 2 teams simply because Brighton have been poor defensively. They're missing key players. Man United, I mean, do we really have to say much about Man United at the moment? They're an absolute mess of a football team. Oh yeah, you came back from 1-0 down against Brentford with Scott McTominay scoring 2. If that's who you're relying on to score 2 goals for you and win a game, you know, you're in a bad place, I'm not going to lie. Bournemouth at home, that's a definite Haaland captaincy, but I do believe in game week 11. Yeah, game week 11. Salah also has Luton as a fixture, so it could go anyway that game week. But Haaland, he's got good fixtures for the next 3, in my opinion. You know, after that, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, Aston Villa, you would just hold them because after that, he's got Luton, Palace, etc. And it's just Haaland at the end of the day. He plays for the best team in the league. He's a striker. He's going to start scoring again. You just have to believe in him. It's been a disappointing few weeks with Haaland owners, but that's everyone in the game, so it really doesn't matter. Next to him, though, let's not focus on Haaland too much because everyone knows the deal with Haaland at the moment. But Watkins, let's have a look at his fixtures quickly. West Ham, Luton, Forest, Fulham, Spurs and Bournemouth in the next 6. That's why he's in my team. I wildcarded last week. If you haven't checked that video, don't worry, I will tell you. This is my wildcard team from last week. I've really tried to future-proof this team as much as possible, and Watkins is a key part of that future-proofing, especially with the assists that I've just said there. Fantastic fixtures coming up, potential captaincy pick, and you know, scoring a hat-trick against Brighton. It's really accelerated his ownership as well. Think he's on 30% ownership at the moment. A lot of people wildcarding recently anyway. Possibly people wildcarding next week. That's going to increase his ownership as well. But fantastic player, and I really, really like how Aston Villa are playing at the moment. So yeah, he is obviously in my team. That is the team as a whole, if you can just see that there. I just want to take a little bit of the video now to just tell you guys, if you have any questions about FPL, drop them in the comment section. I'm replying to any comment on any one of my platforms. TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. I'm replying to every single comment I receive, and I will do probably for the rest of my time on YouTube. I really want to interact with you guys. And the question from me to you this week is, who do you think the best captaincy pick is this game week? For me, I'm in a toss-up at the moment between Son and Salah. Is there anyone in my team or your teams you think is a clear best captaincy pick? Let me know in the comments. Let's discuss and have a bit of fun. That is absolutely everything for today's video. If you've enjoyed it and watched to this point now, please drop a like, please subscribe. It helps me loads, and hopefully I'm helping you loads with your FPL journeys. Go follow my socials. All the links are in the description below. But without further ado, let's end the video there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.